Aniverse Now Enterprises, an animal health organization, is committed to fostering harmony between animals, nature, and humans. We offer a range of services, from Reiki and therapy to comprehensive education, empowering pet owners and communities to coexist in harmony. Join us in creating a world where animals, nature, and humans thrive together. Visit our website at DaRonShavers.com to discover how you can be part of this transformative journey.
All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome. Much gratitude for tuning in. Again, this is DaRon's Meditation Station. So, for those of y'all that don't know me, my name is DaRon Shavers, and I am the owner and founder of Aniverse Now Enterprises. So, this is a company focused on bringing harmony between people and the natural world. Now, I do this through various means. I'm a life coach. I'm also a mind, body, and spiritual therapist for people as well as animals. I'm also an online educator. I have an online course titled Introduction to Nature, right? And I walk through various steps on how to connect with nature, whether indoors or outdoors, and how this helps us in our lives. Also, I have the Aniverse Network podcast, which is the QR code that you see here. So what is the Aniverse Network podcast? This is a podcast where I talk about everything nature. I talk about animals, trees, plants, insects, news in the nature field. I have various special guests to come on and share their expertise. And the entire mission is to help everyone to learn about how nature benefits us. We just pay attention. All right. And now we're going to get into the topic today. So what is the topic? We're talking about alignment. Again, we are talking about alignment today. So why I say that, I want you to think about what comes to mind when you hear the word alignment. Some may think of a straight line, right? Something around those lines, right? Alignment, right? So let's read the definition of alignment, shall we? So we have two right here. So we have one, alignment, arrangement in a straight line or in correct or appropriate relative positions. Definition number two, a position of agreement or alliance. Interesting. So now, where does alignment fall into our lives per se? Well, how do you feel right now, emotionally? Do you feel happy? Do you feel uplifted? Do you feel grateful? Feeling a little anxiety? Maybe a rough day at work, at school. If you're an entrepreneur, maybe a rough day in the office. It happens, right? And a lot of times, we can have these things happen to us and we feel lost or out of place. This doesn't mean we're necessarily out of alignment. Something to think about right there. So many times when we look at alignment in our lives, we think of things always going right for us. Right? We think of things that come easy, which is true a lot of times. However, we have times when we veer off the path, right? When we get a little, we may get distracted sometimes. However, when we realize that we're going through this, then we're able to come back into alignment or realignment. So all the way, it's not always going to be in a straight path, right? There's an analogy. I saw a video, and it was a guy who was climbing up a staircase, right? And for every couple stairs, kind of veered over, he fell. There was a trampoline. He fell on the trampoline, he bounced back up to the stairs, he climbed a couple more stairs, fell again over the trampoline, came right back up. What does this mean? This means even in those times where we fall off the path or we feel that we're not aligned in our life, we're able to bounce back, continue to take those steps to get to where we want to go. Right? So using that same analogy, he was walking, he was in alignment, life happens. So instead of when he fell, staying there, he was able to bounce up and get back on the path. And a lot of times when that happens, you learn more about yourself, right? We learn more life lessons. And when we bounce back, we come back better than ever. So this could take place in the workplace. This can take place in the institution, universities, colleges. This can also happen in the entrepreneurial world as well. Because there's good days and there's down days. I've been in all three. So you can easily allow those mishaps to keep you down, right? Down in the dumps, as people may say. Or you can learn from it, get back up, and keep going. So that's what we call realignment. Now, the thing is, if you're going up, using the same analogy, if we're going up those staircases, right, what's the goal? What's the goal that we're looking to achieve? Right? If you're in school, you want to get a good grade on a test. You want to get a certain GPA. If you're at work, you want to be able to finish what you're doing, your duties that you're supposed to do daily. You want to be able to finish that so you can leave work on time. If you're an entrepreneur, right, and say, you have a deadline that you want to finish something, same concept, right? You set that goal, and as you go throughout the day, as time passes, you're making those steps to get closer. And even if you fall off track, recognize this, able to get realigned again and go back towards the goal that you set. Whether this is a daily goal, this is a weekly goal, a monthly goal, yearly, 5-year, you name it. And the thing is, here's what you want to keep in mind. When you actually have a goal that makes you smile, right, that you feel good about, then it's a lot easier to get back on track. Right? So you set a goal, fall a little off track, right? You recognize this, I'm not feeling happy. I'm not feeling fulfilled. What's going on? What is it? What do I have to do differently? And you recognize that the goal that you set, when it makes you smile and you start to feel good, then you can start doing those activities that make you feel good. Right? Then you get back aligned again and good things start to happen. So what do we want to keep in mind here? We want to keep in mind that, all of us have good days, all of us have bad days. However, we don't want to stay there. We want to learn from those situations, get back on track, and back stepping towards the goals that we set. Now, what's the way, DaRon, we can get back on track? I got you. What are you grateful for? Are you grateful for waking up today? Are you grateful for somebody in your life? Are you grateful for food? Grateful for water? If you have a car, are you grateful for that? Right? If you can speak, you have your senses. You can hear, you can talk, you can smell, you can see. You grateful for that? Right? So when you start to feel that gratitude, it's a lot easier to get back in alignment. And then you start to notice, even when those not so good days happen, when you have that, what you're still grateful for, whatever it is, when you hold on to that, it'll guide you back on track. So you just got to realize when you feel yourself getting off track. Right? And this is a daily practice. This isn't something you can just, look at one time and think it's an all-time fix. Right? Every day is a new day. You don't know what obstacle, right, is going to present itself to try to stop you from reaching your goal. But if you hold on to what you're grateful for and you realize this, whatever the obstacle is, that gratitude will help get you back to where you're supposed to be. But you have to take the action. Right? So example for me, I'm very grateful for nature. Right? I'm talking about animals, trees, plants, insects. I'm grateful for them. When I'm around nature in general, it makes me happy. Right? I'm grateful for nature. It puts me into alignment with what I'm supposed to be doing. What are you supposed to be doing there, man? Bringing harmony between people in the natural world. Right? So when these happen, when we immerse ourselves in what we're grateful for, it's like a guide. Like it helps you. Some people like to dance. When they dance, they feel good. They feel energized. They want to do more things. Some people like to draw. Some people like to write. Whatever it is, and you tap into that, that'll help you get back on track when you veer off course. Because none of us are perfect. But we can all be grateful for at least one thing. Right? So with that, this is just a snippet, right? I go into a lot more detail in the Aniverse Network podcast. Check us out. So this is the Aniverse Network podcast. Again, I cover all things nature, from animals to trees to plants to insects to news to career fields. It's all there. I break down ways and how when we learn from nature, we can apply that directly into our life. Right. Recently, I did a podcast episode on the persistence of the gray whale. What was that about? Check out the podcast. Again, QR code is right here. All right. And if you listen to that and you want to go deeper and you want to really work one-on-one, where I can show you step-by-step ways and how to improve and transform in your life, book a free consultation with me. You can find this, the link is in the description. It's also on my website. I can introduce you to the services that I offer and how they can benefit you, as well as your pet, your friend, any of those titles. All right. So it's there. And as you're watching this, if you want to book a free consultation, feel free to scan the QR code on your screen now. And I look forward to talking with you. All right. So that concludes the topic and lesson for today. Again, tune in Thursday at 6 p.m. Right. I do my sessions Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can always visit my website. You can always book a free consultation with me. And of course, whether you're sitting, standing, driving, dancing, working out, make sure you tune in to the Aniverse Network podcast. All right. So with that said, much love, much gratitude for tuning in. And I want everyone to have a great, wonderful rest of your day. All right. Peace.